What is that? Oh crap. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. Did not want that up there. It's probably gonna get the channel demonetized. So what is happening? Let me get this here. I'm trying to find where the music is. And maybe I don't have it here. Okay. All right, people. All right, here we go. This is let's see here. If I did this correct, should be the members only. And I may not have done it correct, so I'm waiting to see if anybody pops up here. What is going on, people? No, it did not. I thought this would be the members only. So what's up there, Pug PUG channel and Rollo God 981? What's going on, Rice Eater? What's happening? Okay, there's the chat. That's working. So hit that like button as you come in, people, if you don't mind, and share. Share the care. Share the care if you don't mind. I'm just gonna drop this off, and we'll get going here. And I'll be here for about 30 or 40 minutes. It's gonna do a rant here, sorta. And you know what we can we'll talk about what your gaming weekend was like, and then we'll do my whole thing. You know, as I talk about, I'm gonna chime in on it was the whole round table. Shout out to King Thrash and the round table, and they had some gaming. I don't know. This is hobosexual on there the other day, so you know. So let me do that right there. First things first, do you all hear the music playing in the background? Just asking. Do you hear music playing in the background? So, you know. Well, I'm trying to set up it was supposed to be for members, and I did it wrong, obviously. So, you know, let's see here. All right, but you can't hear the music. All right, so it's not too loud. All right, I just want to make sure it's not overband. So it looked like pure gutter trash. Okay. No, that is jazz playing in the background. So yeah. So says X Cards 1000. What's going on? Maybe a new sub there. If you are, shout out to you. So, but nah, I got some smooth jazz playing. So, but yeah, good morning everybody. Shout out to you. Yeah, real quick on the how to get members. Well, I do have members. I thought that I had set this up to be a members only podcast that they could comment, but I do have members. I've got like 7 members, and that's good. My goal for the, if you all don't know my goal, it was to try to get 10 members um, by the end of the by like my birthday, which is next month. My birthday is in August, so hopefully by September 1st, I have 3 more members. So, Watchdog Legions, yeah. I mean, real quick, the games that I saw from Ubi yesterday, the 2 games I'm buying will be Watchdogs Legion and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Which call it? Watch Dogs Legion was running on a 2080 Ti. So this, so you know, and I believe if you can dig this up yourselves, NVIDIA is either canceling or they're doing something with the 2080, the 2080 and the 2070. It's something that they're doing with it that's not they're like, I don't want to say they're getting rid of it, but they're not going to keep them or something like that. So and shout out to Blaze 4K, who said he'd sell me his 2080 for $350. But if NVIDIA is going to end support for them or something like that, I'm gonna offer him $250. So I'm all for $250. You know, so but we'll have to wait and see. I may not end up getting it. I do want a 2080 at this point. So but it's a want, it's not a need. I do have my graphics card. I'm still trying to get my motherboard, which is still a pain in the you know what, in the tush to get, because they're all on back order. Now I think I found one at Newegg, and if the PlayStations don't go on pre-order today, and I don't think they will, okay, I don't think they will until August, but you know, I think we'll get some nibbles today on some things. So but yeah. So Fatal Charade said they're discounting it to make room for the 30 series. That's fine. I mean, that's fine. I may be able to get one then, but it'll probably be I don't know, but I don't know when Blaze is going to get the 30, his 3080, I think. So but yeah, I want it for my flight sim game. I know J-Dub, he's playing that flight sim game, and he's got a 2080. He said it is gorgeous. The game's gorgeous so far, and they're still adding stuff. So they being Microsoft Game Studios. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed in myself. I was not able to make a members only stream. So I've done something wrong. But all right, let me get to this rant. So the other day, and I'll this is for the people who don't understand the differences and generations and things like that. Then I'll go into the whole they're separating gamers. So the best way I can describe a generation, and shout out to, I was just kind of talking to Jay Fonz on Twitter, but what he doesn't seem to understand, and this is for everybody who doesn't understand generational things, is generational, meaning that, let's just say I build a swimming pool, and my swimming pool is 2 feet to 4 feet deep, and I say, everybody can come swim in this pool. It doesn't matter if you can't swim, you can come to swim in this pool. You know, it doesn't matter, okay? There's no diving because it's only 4 feet deep. But no, you know, you can all get in this swimming pool, okay? And then a year later, I build another swimming pool. What's up, Paul G? The first member's here. Paul G, I tried to make a members only stream, and I've got to go watch the YouTube video again. I thought I did everything correct, but I must not have. So, but let me ask you this, Paul G. Did you get a notification about the stream this morning or yesterday? Let me at least see if that worked. So I know I was able to upload some gameplay, but yeah. Some man said Ubisoft quality gaming. No, somebody Rice Eater said Digital Foundry had Watch Dogs running 1080p 60 when the ray tracing. Yeah, I mean, again, that's fine, and I'm gonna buy that. I need to go back and play the second Watch Dogs. I never played the second one because I didn't like the first one, so I didn't like that first Watch Dogs. So So last night you clicked on. All right, cool, cool. So that works. So the posting is working. It is I got to set it up so that I can just stream for members only. Okay, that's so that the posting does work. Okay, so all right, I'm halfway there. I'm halfway there. Remember, I said the early members is going to kind of be a learning experience. So I appreciate you that. So. The more the merrier, yeah. So just getting running it, because I'm gonna do like I'm a stream from the pool, and I want that stream only to be able to be seen by the members, and so I'm learning how to do it. So I got to learn how to post it first though. So that's working. So alrighty, good, good, good. All right. So let me back to my swimming pool story. So if I build a swimming pool and I say everybody can get in. Okay, doesn't matter if you can swim or not swim, just don't die because it's only 4 feet. But then I build another swimming pool and it starts at 4 feet deep and it goes to 12 feet deep. And I say, the only people that can come into this pool, you have to know how to swim. Okay, this pool is going to have a diving board. This pool is going to have a grill that you can grill out at. It's going to have all these amenities, but you have to know how to swim. That's going to fundamentally separate the swimmers from the non-swimmers, because the non-swimmers can't come to this pool at all. Okay, that's a generational. That's a leap. Okay, that is a leap. You dig? And thought I did this already, but let me make sure I did this so that they won't take down my stuff. Okay, I thought. Okay, let me. All right, then let me go back. Then. All right, so and that's what they don't seem to understand. Okay, that's what they don't seem to understand. They do not understand that's what Sony and Nintendo do. They fundamentally will make games, okay? They will fundamentally make games that will not run on previous generations because it's a generational jump. There's no reason for you to go out and buy the old games for new hardware. And then they'll say, well, it's like a PC and a PC. And that's what Phil Spencer was saying the other day, is that he looks at the Xbox more and what a PC gamer looks like. Again, you can go get a Ryzen 1600. You can go ahead and get a AMD 480, and you can run all your old games at 4K 30. Okay, you can. You get a 4K monitor or you put it on your 4K TV. You can do that. What's up, Ice Queen? How are you doing? So, and but again, this is a generational leap. So you have all these people saying, well, how come Sony doesn't have all this backwards compatibility? It's the same. It's the same way that you can't play PS3 games on PS4, stuff like that. Microsoft has changed, and they have had to change the way they do things because of what Sony did to them this generation. Now, the damage control is that, well, because Microsoft is doing it, then Sony needs to do it. That's fundamentally not correct. Okay, I'm not here to say, and this is why there's so much back and forth on Twitter, and I just don't. I'm literally saying, hey, look, you guys need to do a basic Google search. If you don't think PlayStation 5 won't have backwards compatibility with PS4, you're just incorrect. Okay, you're incorrect. So I took a screenshot of it and everything. Now, will all PS4 games be backwards compat? The answer to that is no. Will a majority of them be backwards compat? Yes. Will a majority of them be there on launch day? No. But they've already said that. They, being Sony, has already said that. What is going on, Super Lumen Hyena? How are you doing, young man? So he says he's listening at work. Thanks for being a member there, Super Lumen Hyena. Appreciate you, brother. BJ Hallman, what is happening? What is happening? So, but I don't necessarily disagree with Phil Spencer. I just think he's creating a pool where everybody can get in. Whereas the Sony and Nintendo are building pools that only certain people are going to go into. And again, what cracks me up about him, where the hypocrisy is that if you play Forza 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the OG Xbox, if you wanted to play Forza 5, you had to get an Xbox One. you had to get an Xbox One. Okay, if you wanted to play, I want to say Titanfall, but I think Titanfall was on the 360. If you wanted to play Rise Son of Rome, you had to get an Xbox One. Rise Son of Rome does not work on the 360. Okay, so and again, I'm not knocking it. That's generational. That's the generational leap. Hey, look, you want to play these games, you need the new hardware. Okay, if I want to play Control and have ray tracing on there, I need to have a 2070 NVIDIA card. Okay, it's not that it won't work on a AMD 5600 or 5700. It's that the ray tracing won't work. I won't have that option. Okay, because they built the game to have more features. I need to make a generational leap, to the 2000 series, the 2070 series minimum, in order to play this game with ray tracing on. So I just do, but these guys are literally online arguing that Sony needs to do the exact same thing Microsoft should do. No, they don't have to, because they have a proven track record that allows you to leap. Okay, so when I was listening to this King Thrash, shout out to King Thrash and the Roundtable, they had this gaming hobosexual on there, and the first thing he opened his mouth to is Sony is separating gamers. That's where they are at this point, which is one thing that I said, and I think Sick Humor said over a year ago, is that if Sony capitulated to crossplay, okay, if Sony capitulated to crossplay, that the next step would be these people in the Xbox community telling Sony that they need to put their games on all platforms, which is exactly what you're starting to see, which is the truth. And remember, my hypothesis, guys, was the Xbox community wants to play the Sony games, but they don't want to have to buy a Sony PlayStation, which we now know is true. My hypothesis is correct, okay? My hypothesis was correct. My feeling was that, again, I couldn't even move it to theory. My feeling was that they want to play the same games, but they don't want to have to go out and buy a PlayStation to play those games because their friends are all on Xbox. Well, we already know what my saying is about you and your friends. We don't have to repeat that, okay? Some of the members, if you don't know what that is, please tell the new members and the new subs what my theory, or not my theory, what my saying, my official stance on you and your friends are, okay? Somebody go ahead and put that in there. So, but Rice Eater 79 is correct. Funny, everybody's suddenly confused about what. Yeah, they're not. No, well, Rice Eater is really not. That's all it is. I mean, I do not make it bigger than it has to be. It literally is, they do not want, they see the same, look, they see the games, okay? If you don't think that, this is why Beastfire Tim Dog, who was a guest on the Roundtable, dropped a tweet the other day, that said, if The Last of Us Part 2 was running on 6 flops, it would look better. That's what it is. They want these games to run on the Xbox, and my theory was that because the Xbox X was more powerful than any other console available, okay? Because the Xbox X was more powerful, they actually thought Sony's first-party developers would demand Sony put their games on that system too, because it was more powerful. That's what I honestly thought, and that's the truth. That is the truth. So, and so it's, well, I mean, again, Microsoft, what's up, Brigadier William Wilderby? Still, I'm hoping you decide to member up with this, brother. Certainly hope you decide to member up with us, man. You too, Sam Ash. Beezer, don't be a stranger, brother. Come on, let's get on down. We need 3 more subs or 3 more members to get us to 10 members. and then I can do my first giveaway. So let me give my first giveaway for you guys. So, but yeah, everybody's doing good. But at the end of the day, how do you do that? You go to the channel, type in Craig the Tech Guy. The channel will pop up, and the face page will be there, and it will say join. And you click join, and I had 3 tiers there. Okay, I got a $1.99 tier, a $4.99 tier, and a $9.99 tier. So, but yeah, go check out the tiers, brother, and then let me know what you think about them. And my first giveaway will be for the first 10 members. Okay, so and it will I don't know what to give away though. So that's probably like an Amazon gift card or something like that. So, let's see here. Fatal Sherrod says, Platinum Games told PlayStation fanboys Astral Chain ain't coming to PS4. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know what game. Yeah, I do remember that. That's fine. Yeah, it's good. I'm glad that the developers are setting the record straight. So, Discord. Oh, no. Y'all know I don't like Discord. But okay, I'll check it there, Super Lumen Hyena. So, I will, brother. So, let me go here. And let me make a warped attempt to open Discord. So again, I always thought based on the Don says she never wins anything. Well, hey, you got a 1 in 10 chance of winning when we have the drawing. So got a 10% chance. That's better than a lot of them. So don't count yourself out. So yes, you can join and you become a member for Zaddy. Oh man. But that's the generational leap. So what Sony is doing is they're saying, hey, look, we glad you enjoy. Let's just take Spider-Man. Okay, let's just take Spider-Man. They're literally saying that we're glad you enjoy playing Spider-Man on your PS4. In order for you to play Spider-Man, the Miles Morales origin story and all that kind of stuff, you're going to have it on the PS5. So now here's where I think Sony kind of dropped the ball is that, to me, it shouldn't be a launch game. You know, it should be a game that comes out like in March or April because a lot of people are not going to be able to get it. All right, I am now in Discord, so where exactly am I supposed to look? Let me see here. Let me go to the RGT. Is it an RGT one? Or is it in the oh, there's Super Ruben. I see you, Super C. You registered okay. Let me see. Let me keep going down. Oh, hey, the Discord works. I do not see it though. I don't see anything. And I could be in the wrong spot. Let me make that clear. So, I could be in the wrong spot. I'm not the most efficient person with my Discord. I will admit that. So, I do have a Discord called the Porch Light Podcast if anybody wants to join it. That is open for the first 10 members, okay? So, it's not showing on your end. Oh, okay, really? All right. Let me put the, let me see if I can put this in there then. Let me attempt that. It's for people to take a quick peek. Let me go here. Let me go. I'm just gonna put this in the chat, so then I'll keep going here. Let's see here. Let me copy that. Let me go. Here. And go here. Try that link and see what it does there, brother. So you undercover idealism by not to support that. Oh yeah. That is true. That is true. Yeah, there's a lot of xenophobia, brother. Yeah, that's true. Anybody who doesn't think that part of them not wanting to support Sony has to do with some of their own xenophobia, that is true. That is true. So you don't see why Far Cry 6 won't be 4K 60 on PS5. I don't. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Shout out to is it Garcio? I can't pronounce his last name, but I do like him as an actor. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. You're gonna laugh so hard if the PS5 order don't go live today. Well, I personally think the PS5 the PS5 what's that called, placeholder on Amazon, that might go up. I don't think it goes live until August. I don't think you're going to be able to make, because August, September, October, November, that'll give everybody about 100 days, give or take, to get it. Okay. Yeah, Gia. Yeah, I cannot. Yeah, Mr. Esposito. I'll just call him that. Yeah, thanks, Cyber Dragon. Yeah, I love him. He's in the Mandalorian. Okay, he is in the Mandalorian. So, but yeah, I love him. I think he was also in oh, that stupid TV show. You'll remember my name. Spider-Man Miles Morales should be on the PS4 too. Again, this is a generational leap. What Sony is saying is you're going to have to play that on PS5, okay? The same way if you wanted to play, the same way those games from PS3 would not go over to PS4. The same way Forza 5 was on Xbox One and not Xbox 360, okay? Yeah, Breaking Bad. Thank you, Paul G. So, yeah, I liked him on that too. So, Better Call Saul. I didn't know he was on Better Call Saul. Okay. So Amazon has had placeholders up since early June in the UK. Yeah, so I don't think we've had anything here. And I got up at 6:45 this morning to just check it. Okay, I just wanted to check it, so to make sure that it was it wasn't live, because since it looks like it's not, there's a very good chance I'll go to Newegg and order my motherboard. So Fatal Charade said, "Isn't a Spider-Man map just an expansion or DLC?" No, it's a full game. It's a full game. The reason why there's people online saying that it is DLC is because they're jealous. And remember, Fatal Charade, they've been jealous ever since the first game got announced that it was exclusive. So yeah, I mean, again, don't, like I said, don't try not to get caught up in their BS, guys. I mean, now that all this is out, now this is all out, we can just kind of kick back and enjoy the games. Like, I'm going to enjoy finishing The Last of Us Part 2. I'm going to enjoy going up to GameStop today and reserving a not today, I can't go today. I'm going to enjoy reserving Ghost of Tsushima. I'm going to go ahead and reserve that today. So, yeah, it's a standalone game like Lost Legacy. So, I don't know how long it'll be and stuff like that. And, yeah, there are going to be people who there's going to be people who say, "Oh, well, this is a ripoff and you all shouldn't support this." And they're just jealous. If Spider-Man Miles Morales was going to be on PC and Xbox, they would not be saying this, okay? They wouldn't be saying this. And I certainly hope you guys understand that. All right? Understand that what Microsoft has done is they created one pool for everybody to jump in, okay? Sony and Nintendo don't do that. Sony and Nintendo will create new hardware, and then they will say, you have to buy our new hardware in order to play the game. Okay? Or they may support the hardware for a little bit, but then say starting whatever, August 1st, in order to play the new Mario game, you gotta have a Switch. This is not gonna work on our other stuff. So you might be eating crow for what, Gaminator? So, what are you eating crow about? So, but yeah, just so this whole they're separating gamers. That's what this has all been about, because Microsoft got their tails kicked by Sony. Microsoft has had to fundamentally change the way they do things. Sony's not going to change anything because they keep winning. Okay? The Kansas City Chiefs GM and president and owner is going to run their team fundamentally different than the Miami Dolphins owner, GM, and president. Okay? So now they both have football teams. They're both in the AFC, but the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl. The Miami Dolphins got a top 5 draft pick. Okay? So So let's see here. The Fatal Shrines, to be fair, Nintendo did port a lot of the Wii U games that didn't get played to on the Switch. Yeah, but not all of them. My point is that they're not. And again, let me make again just so you all understand. Sony is going to have games backwards compat. Okay, most of your PS4 library will be backwards compat, but it will not all be there at launch. All right. Don't get caught up in the BS online of nothing's going to be backwards compat because that's fundamentally not true. And look at where that conversation is now. In Fatal Shirai, you've seen the stuff online, and so have you, Cyber Dragon. It's gone from RDNA 1. It's gone to the PlayStation 5 won't do 4K. It's gone to it won't do ray tracing. Remember? Now this is all stuff that's been documented that people have said. All right? People have said these things. So, and it was all untrue. And then you have the fact that and I'm going to tell you where things changed was that Unreal demo. Because that Unreal demo was playing at, it was playing at 1440p. It also had 8K textures. So the whole notion of what the PlayStation 5 could not do was a lie. It changed when the Unreal demo was done. Everything changed. All right, and that was because that was proof of concept. That was proof of what Mark Cerny had said, and that was the end of it. It was done. So, explain Sony games coming to PC. Then what Sony games are coming to PC? Only Horizon Zero Dawn is. I mean, it's it's that simple. Horizon Zero Dawn is will be on PC when next month. Okay. So, but Sony's always produced games and published them to PC. So Horizon Zero Dawn is a test. Well, again, see, here's you all's problem is that the president of Sony Games has said that's not true. There's your problem. And when if you want to argue with them, take your argument over there. So what do you think about Microsoft's percent on next gen in contrast to Sony's? Again, like I said, Microsoft has made a swimming pool, and they're saying everybody get in the swimming pool. Sony has made a swimming pool saying that you have to be able to swim in order to get in the pool. So it's Paul, yeah, RDNA one, yeah. I mean, Paul G. That's a good point. That's a lie. We all know that's not true. We all know that the president, the CEO of AMD has already debunked all this. So, you know, so yeah, that was funny. Yeah, Sony's solution, their SSD is going to fundamentally allow them to do things that the Xbox X can't do. So that's just reality. That is the reality. This is not me fanboying. I don't have to do that when I can just pull the article up and say, here you go. So Sony, yeah. Yeah, PS1, Sony made games are on PC. Yeah, that's true. So, and if Sony, if they do have PS3 games that are backwards compat, they will be emulated. They will not be true backwards compatibility. It will be emulated. Okay, just so you understand that. So, Decima-based games coming to PC. Well, again, the Decima engine is for Horizon Zero Dawn, and that's it. But again, that's the only Sony game that used Decima. Kojima's game is not Sony. Sony simply published the game to PS4. That's all Sony did. That game is published by what? 505 Studios on PC. That's a totally different studio. Okay. So and then Detroit Become Human is by Quantic Dream, published by Sony. Okay, Sony does not own the Quantic Dream studio that produced Detroit Become Human and Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain. That again is a lie perpetrated by idiots online. I'm just simply saying don't get caught up in that. So Killzone Shadowfall use Decima. Okay, is Killzone Shadowfall on PC? I mean, I'm just asking. I don't know. So, Still Kojima. Well, again, my point is that Kojima Productions is his own studio. Sony simply published his game. That's what Sony did. Okay, so they did not create the game. They let him use the engine for his game. Okay, Kojima Productions doesn't have his own engine right now. Like the Fox engine? That was his engine. That was, so that's that's what you guys got to look at. Who owns those engines? So they're just profiting. Okay, so the only game using Decima that we know about is Horizon Zero Dawn. And you have Herman Holtz and Jim Ryan both coming out saying that they don't plan on doing day and date, and they're not going to put all their games on PC. And look, does this mean that some of the game once the PS5 hits and people generationally leave PS4, they'll take some of their PS4 library and they'll put it over there. They've already said they're going to more than likely do that. What's up, Jintaku Gaming 3? How you doing this morning? MLB The Show is going everywhere. MLB The Show is not owned by Sony. It is published by Sony on their platform. That's it. That is it. So it is MLB was going to pull the license from Sony unless they unless they let it go multi-plat, and Sony still controls the rights of the game. They just are going to publish it everywhere. That's all that is. So those people got to understand that. There's a difference in having publishing rights and in having ownership in publishing. So Sony owns Naughty Dog Studio. They also publish their games. Sony now owns Insomniac Studios. They now will publish their games. Okay? So, and so Sony does not own Kojima Productions. They can publish Kojima's games to PlayStation, but they don't publish them to PC. There's another publisher doing that. So, they own the IP. No, Andre. They own the name. There's a difference, okay? They own the name. All right? That's it. There's a big difference. Look at what Donald Trump, now President Trump, did. He licensed his name to put on buildings. So Trump Tower, Trump Golf Course, Trump this. He doesn't own those buildings, however. He has an office in those buildings. It's part of the deal. Yeah, you put my name on here, you're going to have to give me an office in here. And then his name would bring other people into that office. That's basic licensing, okay? And there's a big difference. So, did I miss my thought? No, you didn't, Lansville Paul. I thought what I saw, and I watched that this morning, I thought it was okay. I mean, it looked like Assassin's Creed to me. People got to understand that the people who make Assassin's Creed now are big fans of The Witcher. They are Witcher fanboys. They've said they're big Witcher fans, and that they were going to reconstitute and relaunch that game as a Witcher, it's going to be more like The Witcher, and that's exactly what it is. And I love The Witcher, so I like the Assassin's Creed games. That doesn't mean that the game is going to be good. It just means that I will be buying it. So I'll buy it. I'll buy it if I like. Hey, look, if the game is trash, I'll say the game's trash. So, but again, Quantic Dream owns Detroit Become Human. That is their game. David Cage made that game. David Cage does not work for Sony. I don't understand why there's such a big disconnect on that. So, the PS5 system price is getting revealed today. All right, what time? What time? I mean, hey, look, I'm down with that. What time? The game look current gen because the game is current gen. Shout out to my boy BitCloud. That's my man, 50 grand. But he got to understand, and people like him have got to understand that it is a this generation game. It is. Okay. So, Let's see here. Sony doesn't have feelings for PC gamers, but the possibility to make some money back that went into again. The Decibel engine has already been paid for. It's a cross-gen game, so obviously it's made with the lowest common denominator. There you go, Super Limit Behind. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know why people are so shocked at. Look, they started making Assassin's Creed Valhalla as soon as they got done making. They mean Ubisoft making the current Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But I mean, what are they supposed to do? They got the new hardware in, and they're like, "Oh, we need to stop production and start making it for this." No, that's not the way gaming. That's not the way you make stuff. That's not the way you make stuff. Okay, so and you're not going to shut down an entire production line to start integrating new stuff. All right. They said on Series X, they've already confirmed it's going to be 4K native and it's already going to be 30 frames per second. That's it. That's them taking advantage of the Series X. Okay. No word on the PS5 yet. So no word for Assassin's Creed. I know the Far Cry game, somebody online was saying that it's going to be 4K native on all devices. So again, that's just the reality we're looking at. So, shout out to Rice Eater for the $5 holla. He's Sony support PS4 for a full 7 years now. Their next gen console is coming out. They're letting PC peasants see what they're missing to buy. Yeah, exactly. They shout out to JTech TV. I think he had a screenshot up on Twitter. It said in order for you to be on PC and get the same thing that the PS5 is going to be capable of, you're going to be paying about $2,000 to $3,000 on your PC. Okay, so and that's according to the article I think JTech sourced. So, and again, that's it's fine. I don't get it. But shout out to you, Rice Eater, for the $5 holla. I still don't know why the super chats are not popping up on my screen, but that's why I got the booty buster up there for everybody to see. So. But getting back to their separating gamers, so that's what this is about. Is that guys? Look, they want to play. I can now say they want to play the same games that you're playing on your PlayStation. They just don't want to have to buy a PlayStation to do it, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. But the first thing that came out of this guy's mouth on King Thrash's podcast, and I left the link in the description there, is they're separating gamers. Ugh. I mean, that's some blue pill. Candyland, I can't back that. I mean, but I'm old school. See, your generation is different than mine. My generation, if you weren't good enough to go out there and play, it didn't matter that you had a uniform on. You didn't play. That's just the way it was. You all's generation is everybody gets to play, everybody gets a lollipop, everybody gets to go eat, at the restaurant, everybody gets an award. That is some simp stuff right there. So it is what it is. So Selman said he didn't ask for Assassin's Creed Witcher. That's fine. Then you don't have to buy him, Selman. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Rollo God says he's interested in Far Cry 6, but needs to see more gameplay. That's fair enough. I think that's fair. All right, Lanceville Paul, you going to renew your license? All right, shout out to you. Ice Queen says she's sending a text. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 52CU. We still have not seen Assassin's Creed running on the Series X. Now, I assume we're going to see it next Thursday. That's me assuming during the Microsoft gameplay that we're going to see that running on their system. So, back with that smart delivery BS. Well, okay, Sony has smart update too. They meaning Ubisoft already announced that. So that you're getting a smart update on PS5. So again, this is something, and I keep on saying to you guys, that's why I stress to you guys, it's gone from RDNA 1 to RDNA Lite to where it is now. PS5, and these are just lies these guys were telling. It didn't do 4K native. It couldn't do hardware-based ray tracing. Again, all that stuff came to a halt, I should say, when they announced when Epic did that game stream with Jeff Keighley. I guess that was June. Was that May or June? But if you go back to the conversation leading up to that point, it was going one way. Then as soon as we saw that game engine running on PS5, that was the end of it. As soon as that happened, the talk started was about the SSD, the IO throughput. The game will not that game we saw, that demo we saw can't run on Series X because they do not have the processing speed to do it. They don't have the power to do it. So Rice Eater said he's old school. Yeah, you came up when arcades were still in shopping centers. See, there you go. And remember when we went to those arcades, you had to put a quarter in those arcades, right? These kids don't understand that. They want to go to the arcade and then all the machines be free, you know. So yeah, Sony makes the games and their studios publish those games. Yeah, so they can publish them to whoever they want, and they're going to publish them to their hardware. I mean, I hope that makes sense for everybody. But these guys complaining. All right, where was their complaint when the Blu-ray came out, and Blu-rays would play regular DVDs, but they didn't play them with the extra oomph on them from the Blu-ray. So um, the props to well, I can't say he trolled that panel. So he got destroyed. So but that's the level of stupidity that you're dealing with in their community. So and this is remember when I was on King Thrash's panel, I said, look, Crap Gamer was right. They want a 1080p 900p moment, and they're never going to get it. They're never going to get it. So like the like the song, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, by In Vogue. Yeah. $5 holler from Game Over HD. Shout out to your brother. Says the Assassin's Creed franchise has no identity. It's trash. I disagree. It's about, again, it's about the ancient civilization that was here before us that created humans that left relics for people to discover. Okay. That's what it's about at this point. Okay. That's what it's about. Andre Class is 250 million. Yeah, 250 million is yeah, that investment gets them that's an investment. So let's see if that investment pays off. Mr. Reese says he's late. Oh, you're fine. The Game Over HD, go check out the membership perks, brother. Go ahead and check those out. Let me go ahead and drop that in the description again in case people just want to look at it, and go ahead and hit that join button, ladies and gentlemen. It's all good. So the kids arcades are the microtransaction known as V-Bucks. Yeah, you're right about that. Anthony Chipmunk says Assassin's Creed Valhalla looks fire. Yeah, what I saw, it looked fine. People got to understand it's not intended for next generation, like Super Lumen Hyena said, okay? They're coding to the lowest common denominator. So they've already said, hey, 4K native on the Series X. I don't know what it'll be on PS5. Nothing's been declared, okay? We do know that the Ubisoft the Far Cry 6 is going to be 4K on Xbox X and PS5 and Series X, all that stuff. So, yeah, we already know that. So, guys, I'm just simply saying, do not get caught up in their BS. People still saying smart delivery, just a patch. Well, we know that I call it, for Sony, I call it smart update. We all know that it's more than that. So again, like I said, Rice Eater, shout out to you for the $2 holler. Don't get caught up in their BS. I mean, again, we all know that that's not true. We know it. We all know it. So. Phil Sherrod said if it's going to be 4K 60 on the regular X, it'll be 4K 60 on PS5. Well, again, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, they haven't said that it was going to be 60 anything. Okay? They said it would be 4K native. They haven't said anything about it being 60. So, Link says he's late. Well, I started early. I thought this was going to be a members-only podcast, but I set it up wrong. So, shout out to everybody that showed up. So I did something wrong in my setup. So, but the posting for the members is working correctly. So that is working correctly. So because I'm trying to give them heads up on it. So one of these dudes are capping for Assassin's Creed, saying it's cross-gen. Who also says what now? Who also say last gen doesn't hold next gen back. Well, it's not. It does hold it back in a sense that you got to understand when they start creating the code, when they start building the game, if they say, okay, on this console, this console is only designed to do 1080p, that's what it's going to be on that console. If this console next to it is 1440p, they'll say, okay, we can move it into that. So the downgrade already has happened, okay? The downgrade has already happened. So it's not that it won't be optimized to do 1080p, because it will be. It just won't do 1440p because it can't. So, but the downgrade has already happened. So Don said it's raining in the UK. Link says the Xbox Series X is 25T. Oh, that's fine. It can be that. Okay. It needs to be. Let me make this clear. It needs to be whatever they need it to be for them to go support it. They need it to be 50T flops. So be it. Okay. So, but remember, it went from 4K native, and now they know that the PlayStation does 4K native. Then it couldn't do ray tracing, and then it was. Now it's been confirmed it's doing hardware-based ray tracing. Then it couldn't do ray tracing with 60 frames a second. Now it can do that. Then it wasn't going to have any smart update or smart delivery. Now it's going to have that. So, I mean, again, you see what I'm saying? It's always something that they got to run to. And so now it's 30 FPS versus 60 FPS. It's like, guys, you're running out of space here. So Game Over HD, the other $5 holler, I appreciate you, brother, says, after playing The Last of Us Part 2 and looking at Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the next Ubisoft game has to be one of the same quality. Well, Watch Dogs Legion actually looked pretty good. Now, I've got to see some more gameplay, but the game actually looked pretty good. Thank you for the $5 holler, brother. Appreciate it. Christopher Hart said the T-Flop war is over. Yes, it is. I mean, even Zaddy said the T-Flop war was over. So I don't disagree. Yeah, it couldn't do back compat. Yeah, even though it's been confirmed that it's going to have back compat. I mean, I'm just, guys, don't get caught up in their BS. It's been confirmed by, like, Sony. Okay? RDNA 2 was confirmed by AMD. The SSD throughput being world class has been confirmed by Epic Games. We gotta let it go and get ready for Ghost of Tsushima, which will be here in like 72 hours. You dig? So Gamer says, oh no, he says, Craig the Tech Guy, I'm going to be so mad if EA uses a different file type for Madden or FIFA, so people have to rebuy them. Well, yeah, that's I'm buying Madden regardless, so I'll definitely find out. The PS don't even matter, no matter what the resolution or frame rate is still going to be last. Well, again, 30 FPS is not going anywhere, folks. You got to get that through your heads. We're going to always have 30 FPS gaming, because what if you're an indie developer and you're like, oh, we can do 1800p but 30 frames a second, or we can give you a 60 FPS mode at 1440p. You're going to, 30 is not going anywhere. So I don't understand. Now, maybe as to what I believe will happen is that as the generation continues, we'll get more 60 FPS games because the developers have got to have more time with the hardware. Okay? Now, that's just my opinion. So, Xbox are listening to Post Down. Let them listen to him. So, Link says he was listening to a podcast, and Xbox said that Sony aren't better than Xbox at making games. Okay, well, again, Link, that's his opinion, and everybody is welcome to their opinion. I disagree with his opinion. Okay, but that's it. That's my opinion. I've not seen a Microsoft. Maybe the Flight Sim is looking like that's the best quality game they can make, and that's more geared toward the PC. So that's just, but that's my opinion, okay? The best studio I've seen is Naughty Dog, hands down. It is Naughty Dog, followed very closely by Sucker Punch. So then there's a step down, and then you get Guerrilla, because Guerrilla's got to do a little more. Let's see what Horizon 2 looks like. So, I'm sorry, not Horizon 2, Horizon Forbidden West. Oh. So, but you got to quit worrying about what they say because they've not been correct about anything. Any prediction on Ghost of Tsushima scores? No, I'm buying it, so I'll give you a score once I play it for about 3 to 4 hours. So far, The Last of Us Part 2 for me right now is a 9 out of 10. So far, it's a 9 out of 10. So, so, um, but I think the Ghost scores aren't going to come out till next week, right? So, Corey Massey says the option for 60 FPS needs to be there. You don't mind a 30 FPS. Well, again, Corey, I think as the generation increases, we will get more stuff like that. Okay? I mean, that's just my opinion because that's what we got this generation, right? Everything was 30 FPS. There were some games were 60. But if the shooting games were 60 at the beginning of this generation, they will be 60 next generation. If the driving games were 60 this generation, they're going to be 60 next generation. So that's kind of the way you got to look at it. So you're very fond of Sony Santa Monica. Yeah, Santa Monica is a good studio as well. So you don't have to worry about Guerrilla. They are top tier. Well, I have to see more of their work. But I wouldn't put them on Naughty Dog's level. Not yet. Look, Horizon Zero Dawn is my favorite game this generation. Okay? That is my favorite game this gen. So, review embargo on Ghost lifts on the 14th. Oh, that's tomorrow. Okay, well, all right. So, what happened to that 50 we tried to tell you? Oh, no, I got it. I had to get the motherboard there. Baltimore's MVP. Yeah. It's just shout out to the Titanfall Princess, the Street Fighter. No. Touche, Titanfall Princess. Touche. Shout out to the first lady of gaming, the Titanfall Princess. No, and shout out to the Ash and Luca. I know she said she's taking an exam today, so hopefully she passes her exam. Shout out to her as well. So, but Titanfall Princess is always the first lady of gaming. No disrespect to the Ash and Luca. So, okay, say God of War is a game this gen. Fair enough. See, this gen's not over yet. I gotta play Ghost of Tsushima. So, and I still have to go back and play Code Vein. So I've got it. I just have not been able to get to it yet. So. Corey Massey says the 60 FPS mode equals no purchase. Fair enough. Hey, you're a consumer, and that's what you want. Bravo. I champion that. So it says Watch Dog 3 Season Pass gives you Watch Dog 1. See, I never finished Watch Dogs 1 because it was too arduous. But okay. Yeah, I'm all about free now. Don't tell me that though. Free. The embargo comes out tomorrow. We shall. I guess that should say should. We should get reviews tomorrow. Why are you waiting on review? Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to buy the game. Like I said, I'm going to go reserve the game tomorrow. Hopefully, they'll let me put a reserve on it. If not, I'm going to have to go bareback and get it digitally. So I prefer physical copies. You all know that. But if I call the store today at noon and I say, hey, can I put a pre-order in for Ghost of Tsushima or is it too late? They may say it's too late and I'll have to buy it digitally. So, oh my goodness. Mario Heat says that the Cheeks are going to, yeah, they might. I mean, I don't know. So I certainly hope, I don't see why people are still running to Metacritic for stuff. I don't. So he said, that digital purchase is better. Yeah, well, meaning that I prefer the physical copy. Like, I still want a physical copy of Final Fantasy VII, but I got that digitally. So, you're going to Best Buy for a copy. Yeah, and again, I may do that. I mean, I'm definitely, but see, I got to work Friday. So I will not be able to pick my game up till Saturday anyway. Because I won't get off work Friday till 7 p.m. and that won't put me home till about after we do report and stuff. I won't get home till like 7:45 or 9. So I will not be able to get that game Friday anyway. Shout out to Rice Eater for the $5 holler. Says, does running Super Mario at 1080p 60 make it current gen? Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I do not have a Nintendo Switch because they don't have a they ain't got a new Donkey Kong game on there. As soon as they get Donkey Kong, I'm there. You all know that. I will put I can go ahead and get a Switch today, and it will be delivered to me by Saturday. But I'm waiting on Donkey Kong. But that's a good question. So, but I do agree. If you want 60 FPS on everything, you need the game on PC. That's just a standard. That's just me. That's standard for me. Consoles, I don't care that they're 30 because they're consoles. So, it's like, do you expect your mom's cooking to, do you expect your girlfriend or wife's cooking to be better than your mama's? No. So in the PC, that's mama. So, so that's it for me on that. Says Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is 60 FPS on your PS4. Well, I think that all the Call of Duties are 60. Somebody can double check that. But I think all these shooting games are 60 FPS. So, but again, somebody can double check that. It's, it may not be, but I thought they were all 60. So maybe, I think what's the name of those games? I can't think of them now. The Tom Clancy games, those may be 30 FPS. So, but yeah, maybe not. So, no, Mario. Well, you don't expect your girlfriend or wife's cooking to taste as good as your mom's cooking. Okay? You don't. So, and so I don't expect a console to give me the same things a PC does. It's a bonus if it does. Let me say that. Yeah, Lincoln Clay, that is Mass Effect. So yeah, Titanfall Princess says the Call of Duties are all 60. So yeah, again, I expect that in a shooting game. Okay, so I expect that in a shooting game. So, what's up, Frank B1? Did you say Donkey Kong? Well, there's no new Donkey Kong on there. I need a new Donkey Kong. So, what up, Lincoln Clay, the ageless wonder? What is happening, brother? So yeah, I need a new Donkey Kong. So I don't care if it's a remaster of the old one. I'll buy it. So, so yeah. But what else is going on out there, people? So, but again, just when that guy was on King Thrash's podcast and he said they're separating gamers, that's where we're at now. Because, see, the PC community and the Xbox community, they want to play the PlayStation games, but because PlayStation believes in generations and exclusivity, that's not ever going to happen. And they are mad as HE double hockey sticks. So, they're mad. I mean, that's why they keep bringing up different things, So, so. Oh no, Stowe Bunny said that her back gave out last week. So, I certainly hope she feels better. So shout out to Sick Humor. He just posted. Shout out to Sick. He's like, let me get this right. PlayStation is scared of Microsoft and pricing, yet they are the most certain to be about revealing their pricing first. So yeah, he's right. So let's see here. Lincoln Clay just posted about the 2080 Ti for Watch Dogs. Yeah, if you were watching Watch Dogs yesterday and you thought it looked great, that was on the 2080 Ti. Just so you know it. Just so you know. Okay. So shout out to, but I enjoy the Ubisoft things for the most part. For the most part. So it's just, it is what it is. So but yeah, I disagree primarily with what Phil Spencer said, guys, simply because my explanation is that I believe in generational content. Okay, I do not believe in building a pool and letting everybody come to that pool. So that's just my opinion. So Rollo God says, yeah, I know. Shout out to CRU Foundational Negro for the $15 holler. Yeah, that's the money I'm gonna go put down on Ghost of Tsushima. I may try to do it today. I may get a wild hair and go up there today. So, but I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to be quarantining myself. So, um, so I may have to wait on that. So you give the Ubi show a 5 out of 10. Fair enough. I mean, like I said, but I'm a bigger fan of Ubisoft than I think you guys are, and that's fine. Phil Dominus was speaking. Well, again, I don't. Phil needs to just speak for himself, speak for his company. He doesn't need to worry about what anybody else is doing. There's a reason why Microsoft's console is in third place. I personally believe it's because they don't have anything exclusive to it. Now that could change next Thursday. Microsoft could come out there and have a whole bunch of games only exclusive to that console, not going to PC, not going to the Nintendo Switch, not eventually going to PlayStation. This for that console, okay? This whole notion of the rising tide, raising all ships, it did not work for Microsoft. So it didn't work for them. So, like I said at the beginning of this podcast, if you didn't hear it, in order for you to play Forza 5, you needed an Xbox One to do that. In order for you to play Rise Son of Rome, you needed an Xbox One to do that. Those games did not play. Would not play on the 360. So for him to say that that's not what gaming is about, that's what your own company did, and he was on that team. It's not like they just went out to the store and they found Phil Spencer in the parking lot. He was on that team. So for him to now say that's wrong, that's hypocrisy. That is the hypocrisy of that company. Just the reason why Microsoft has done what they've done and they changed it is because Sony and Nintendo kicked their butts. That's why they changed. Period. Now they'll say, well, it doesn't matter why they changed, they changed. Okay. That doesn't mean everybody else around you is going to change. So Crossfire X is actually going to be exclusive to Xbox, but Crossfire X, I believe, is on PC. That game will eventually go to PC. My point is that it's got to be a game, and it's got to be anywhere from 7 to 10 games that all are only going to be on the Series X, okay? So, but as far as the whole thing, not, the Lockhart being real and it not holding games back, that is trash because Capcom, the people who actually make a game, said, we're not going to make our game for PS4 and Xbox One because the technology ain't what we need it to be. It would get held back. That's pretty much what they said. So is Phil Spencer bad for gaming? No, I don't think he's bad for gaming. I think what he does is they'll make changes and then they'll blame everybody else because they're not doing it. You do it. You're in third place. So if what you're doing keeps you in the game, then that's the hand you play. But don't come out here, and where I disagree with him, just to be professional, is saying that, well, that's against gaming. And again, Phil Spencer, if Phil Spencer truly feels the way he feels, then I want to see a copy of Gears of War on PlayStation. Because, I mean, if he truly believes in what he's saying, or is he just full of it? Okay, is he like that stuffed cheesy bread you can get on your pizza? You bite it and it comes out. If that's the way he really feels, then he will come out and say, we're going to put our games on all platforms, including PlayStation. That's all he's got to say. Now, he could say, we hope PlayStation does the same. He has not said anything about the paywall that Rocket League and those other games sit behind, and they're free to play on PlayStation. Okay? Yet and still, they beg for crossplay. Because again, and the reason they beg for crossplay is because they had analytical data sitting in front of them that said, look, there's 5 kids on the school bus that play Fortnite, and 4 of them are playing it on PlayStation, and one of them, and the kid, the kid that plays on Xbox, he can't play with them. And so they're literally, those kids are going to their parents saying, I want a PlayStation because Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike got a PlayStation. And so when Microsoft found that out, they were enraged, and they went online like a bunch of blue pill babies, and they said, "We got to start doing crossplay. You got to do crossplay," because again, when Phil Spencer said it is fundamental that we get crossplay going forward, he meant it. He meant so for them to stay in business. That's why they were screaming about it. So, Capcom moving in the right direction. Well, I don't agree with Resident Evil 3 because that game was short, but that's just my opinion, okay? But I haven't played it yet. The reason I'm waiting for Resident Evil 3 to come down to like $19 because it's only like an 8-hour game. Now, you know me, it's got puzzles in it, so I got to wait anyway because I am not going to go through it. I am not going to be running around trying to figure out what a combination is and, I got to put this here, there. No, I'm going to let somebody do that for me. So, just it is what it is. Just mention all the reason why Phil is bad for gaming. Well, again, I don't think they're bad for gaming. I think what's bad is the way he says it's not our fault. It's not our fault. It's like there was this girl on Facebook, and she did a video, and it was just cute. I mean, she was this cute white girl. I say she was probably about 18 years old, and she was this cute little white girl, and she liked black guys, and she said it wasn't her fault. That's what Phil Spencer says to me. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. We got to do this. Y'all got to do this too. It's not our. Don't blame me. I mean, it's so millennial of him to be that way. It's like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. You all, so it's like, no, you have a product that is failing. Okay, I disagree with Gaming Forte. He said they sold 50 million Xboxes. Then you need to come out and pound your chest about that, not sit up there and hide the fact that you sold 50 million. But that's, again, my opinion. So, but length of a game does not determine the quality. It does to me. If I'm paying $59.99, the length of the game, to me, it determines. We'll have some determination. The original PS1 Hour 3 was short as well. I didn't play it. Yeah, and I didn't play that one, Gaminator. Now, if they're saying that we did kind of the same thing, if that's kind of a throwback to that, fair enough. But I didn't play the original Resident Evil 3 because you would be doing something, and then that nemesis would just come through the wall and be like, stars, stars, So, and it's like, man, this is stupid. That dude can just pop up anywhere, So he's like Spife Dog in the La Shmoo video from years ago. They just put down the Foosh Snickens put down that microphone, and Fife Dog was just standing there. I was like, what is this? So, but guys, that is it. Hold on. Let me I got to do something here real fast. I can leave the Twitter screen. I can go here. I'm just checking something out here. I'm reading the questions too, but I'm going this thing. I need to pull this down. Go there, and say, let me go there. Now I gotta do one more thing. All right, cool. All right. And then let me do this. Let me type that in. And I'm really just looking at, I'm looking at Amazon to see if the PS5 is available. So if you want to know what I'm doing. So let me, all right, I got a winner. Okay, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. So, Microsoft put out mediocre software. Game Pass was available. Now, see, I like Game Pass. I do like Game Pass. This is for everybody who, because I'm PO, can't afford the O and the R. So, but I do like Game Pass. So, Corey Man says most people would have a difficult time naming a Microsoft exclusive better. I think Gears 5 was a good game. Okay, I thought Halo 5 was a good game. But to say that it's better than this or better than that, that is subjective, and I really try not to do the whole subjective thing. So to me, Lost Legacy was a better game than Gears 5, but that doesn't mean Gears 5 was horrible. Lost Legacy was actually a real good game. There's no evidence that Microsoft sold 50 million Xboxes. Well, I mean, again, that's my point. Is that, and again, Gaming Forte said that. And again, my whole point is that if you sold 50 million something, you beat your chest about it. But it is what it is. I'm not knocking them. I'm just kind of like, So what up, people? But guys, I'm about to get on off here because I am going. Are there any more questions or anything? I'm just looking. Are there any more questions? So you're still on chapter 2 of Gears 5. It's a good game, Salman. It's fun to play. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I can't. If you don't like it, hey, I can't make you play it, but I enjoyed it. So hopefully you give it a little longer. You guess Miles Morales will not be worth it since it's expected to be a shorter game like Lost Legacy. Lost Legacy for me was over 10 hours long. So, and Miles Morales, I mean, again, I'm going to play that because I really enjoy the character. So, you've been playing the first, Don's been playing the first Last of Us. That's good too. That's a good game. I enjoyed it. So, it feels a little bit compared to the second one. That's the biggest change besides the graphics, my goodness. But the way the characters move, the first one it felt wooden, but this one it feels good. It feels more natural the way they're moving around. So yeah. But it is true. There is no evidence they sold 50 million. I don't disagree with that. 50. So you started playing Days Gone. That's another good game. Days Gone, the first act is arduous, but after that first act, the second, third, and fourth acts, wow, enjoyed them immensely. So, but guys, I'm going to bounce on off of here. I do appreciate you jumping on. That was an early one. Everything worked out. I didn't violate anything. Can you try voice the guy on the upper right? The sound. Well, let me see if I can get that to work here. Let me go. I do not know because first this was working fine, and then all of a sudden this quit working, and everything that I've downloaded and looked at, it says that it should be working, and it's not working.
Oh yeah.
You should hear that every time there's a
$16 activated the Booty Buster. This is a test donation for $16.
Yeah. See, the testing works. I'm like, all right, and this is super chat.
Yeah.
You should hear that each time. So, but for some reason that is not carrying over. So I need somebody to, do a video because the videos I'm watching, according to the videos, that should be working, but it's not. So the fade in and fade out is there for the animation. It's in super chat alerts are enabled. So I don't know what else to do at this point. I am, I am beyond frustrated by it. So, and I've sat down for hours trying to get it to work right. But every time somebody makes a donation, you also hear that and then see that face, and it's not working. So it's frustrating. But I want to give a shout out to everybody here, all the members that stopped by, and shout out to all you all for coming through. And I am going to get on out of here. And I appreciate you coming, ladies and gentlemen. You all have a good rest of the day. I hopefully will be able to finish The Last of Us Part 2 today. That is my plan. So, hopefully that works itself out for me. So, Spider-Man Miles Morales, I'm expecting that to be, a $59.99 game. And I do expect the Xbox community to file a complaint because they're already mad they can't play it. So all they have left to do is complain about it being a certain price. I mean, even though they're not playing it. I don't care if the game is $99.99. You're not playing it. So why are you complaining about it? You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. What's up, the REC? Shout out to another member, the REC. I was about to get on out of here, bro. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing a game cast. Hopefully later on, I'll be trying to shoot something down. I don't know if you all saw my gameplay when we dropped those bombs in my F-16. Shout out to everybody that was able to kind of watch that. That was fun. So but go check that video out if you all don't mind. And I am going to get out of here. I appreciate you all for coming by. Peace out.